Unfortunately, in the healthcare industry, we have a huge problem with employee retention.
Turnover in the long-term care industry, whether it be nursing, housekeeping, CNAs, even dietary, there is a great turnover.
But it's real easy to get caught up in having to fill a position because we're short, and that actually is detrimental to the long-term success of what we do. We're here for only one reason, and that is to take care of our residents.
So a lot of our focus this last few days has been on how can we build retention.
We are in Breckenridge.
And I'm at the Leadership Summit.
And it's the second annual.
Hosted by VIVAGE.
We're playing VIVAGE Monopoly. I can't say it either.
VIVAGEopoly is a game that engages all of our leadership team from our communities.
The theme is Monopoly. Yeah, we have all these different properties, but we're all on the same board.
We had to accessorize for VIVAGEopoly. My bow tie is a part of VIVAGEopoly.
Our focus today is how we treat employees.
We're here looking at turnover, employee turnover.
This space and this place is provided so that we can bring light to our challenges.
The invisible culture. Those are those things that people don't see, but they do what? They feel. So what attaches people? Emotion. Now I want you to think about this not just with our residents, not just with our partners, with our employees.
I get a prize for everything.
We're human, and we need to be in a beautiful area, sitting at dinner together, collaborating, getting to know each other.
And I think they're demonstrating what it is we need to be applying in our own communities, which is invest in our employees' engagement.
Happy employees, engaged employees, create happy residents.
Think about how much it costs for you to retain a staff member, how much it costs for you to lose a staff member.
When we bring in a team member, what we're recognizing is not only is the expense so great to bring them in, the background, the training, well, if you end up not retaining that person, then you've actually cost your organization twice as much.
That's a reflection upon the kid. We talked about the dollars and cents it costs us every time we turn over a person, but it's not just the dollars and cents.
When you have turnover, people are constantly learning their job over and over and over again.
It's a kid or residents don't get when you lose a person. Let's drill down and see why are people leaving. It's the right training. Do we have the right people in the right positions, supervising the right people, and the onboarding process? There are people just looking for a job. We want to make sure the person comes to take a job from us, they have to be wanting to work in healthcare. It's easy to work at McDonald's and be a short order cook in the back of the kitchen, not engaged with the customer. Onboarding is critical, and the laws have changed. So through our process of onboarding, we need to understand, is that what they really want to be?
We've taken our mission of having the right people on board to the next level. We really are going to refine the process of recruiting, selecting, hiring, and then engaging our teams.
So I've been with VIVAGE for 3 years, and the reason that I remain is because we have an amazing organization that promotes autonomy.
Most companies dictate a lot more.
I feel empowered. I feel that the VIVAGE gives me the autonomy to be able to direct nursing care consistent to standard without any pressure.
We have the ability to be creative in our leadership.
They're always open to suggestions.
We have the ability to try new things.
They like hearing from their communities.
It promotes our communities to do what is specifically needed for each one of our residents.
Steve talked about how people in the community should be empowered to make decisions.
But what was extraordinary about that is in the procedure, when it was clear he was not going to make it, the other cardiologists came out, found us, told us what was happening.
This exact same situation as my mother passed on, and I was able to stand by the bedside when she took her last breath. And in the world that we live in, no, you can't be in there right now.
But what you can do for us right now is let us be with him. And we were.
When I take it back to communities and encourage my staff, put yourself in their shoes.
And to see that monitor flatline and stop while we held him was an unbelievable gift.
And I didn't realize until my mother passed on how that really touches you. So you got to put yourself in their place for a second and say, what do they need right now? They need quiet, they need a drink, they need to be hugged. Find out what they need, or maybe they just need to be left alone.
I'm seeing the sparks of his soul right in front of me, and I'm feeling this in this sacred moment, in feeling my dad pass away.
But that's something that I would like to think that the people who work in an organization understand that, because that we're humans and we care about other humans.
So I often describe companies, they're either a push or a pull company. So a lot of companies, especially national companies, are a push company. You get everything pushed down on you. A lot of smaller companies are a pull company. There's really not much corporate support, there's really nobody there, so you have to say help, help, and pull. VIVAGE is a combination and a perfect balance of preserving the family focus, the person-centered, the mom and pop or pop and pop with Jay and John, while also having that exciting growth.
As a company, we have to grow, and it's not just growing the company size, it's growing the people that we have.
I'm very surprised and impressed with the level of support that VIVAGE offers.
And they're willing to support me achieve personal and professional goals.
They provide so many opportunities for growth, education, personal, professional development.
Because the industry that we work in is evolving.
Because long-term care is forever moving and changing and shifting, and it is complex.
The Affordable Care Act was an example of the changes. It definitely changed how healthcare providers are providing care and services to individuals. And it also changed the insurance industry, of which we participate with.
So will education play a role? Will training play a role? Yes.
So this education is really key and paramount to be able to continue to grow the business and to continue to serve the residents that we do.
I have never worked for a company who has invested in their employees, as I have found with VIVAGE.
We really do care about our employees. I mean, we think of VIVAGE as a family, and we don't just say that, we really mean it.
What has surprised you?
I'm always surprised. I'm on the ketogenic diet. Michelle Wilson took the time to make sure that my little bag had snacks that I can eat. Even that's so simple, but means so much.
I was given a clinical award as a recognition for the job that I do. That was surprising, that was empowering.
And I broke my leg at the first annual employee picnic I was at. Workers' comp wasn't going to cover it because it was kind of off-site. I'll never forget getting the phone call from Drew. This is not how we treat our DONs who are actively engaged with their employees, and this will all be covered and taken care of. And I'm so sorry that you went through any stress thinking that it wouldn't be. I know from first being hired on and meeting the upper management at VIVAGE, they all care. When the CEO can tell you, here's my cell phone number, call me anytime. That's totally different from any corporation I've ever worked for.
The HOPE Fund stands for Helping Our People Endure, where employees are nominated by their peers if they're going through a difficult financial time.
We've had examples of employees that had children and they're living in their cars.
I had an administrator ask me the other day for an employee who got in a car accident.
In fact, Jay contacted one of our associates that needed a loan.
So she lost her apartment because she didn't pay.
And actually provided this loan to this individual without need for repayment.
And that's really how we look at the HOPE Fund, is to help give somebody a step up when they need it.
But we do it every month, and every month the administrators make those decisions within their power to make that decision.
And so we have some very vulnerable people that work for us and we take care of.
So having an organization that are willing to be very freely giving to their associates shows what's the most important thing in our organization, and that's the associates followed by our residents.
I think the emphasis, what you're hearing this year at our conference is, we can't get the hospitality, we can't get the great care unless you have great workers. And you can't get the great workers unless you as a leader touch those workers every day. But I've challenged you to visit with your staff. every single day. If you don't care about your staff, why should you care about you?
So we need to get creative. How can we wow our employees just like Jay and John and Vivage wow us?
A summit for the leader like this is very vital.
You find out their issues and you be part of that.
It brings us back to the core value in terms of delivery of care.
And Jay and I believe that we're here to take care of both our employees and our residents, because if we don't take care of both, we're not going to be successful.
Really at the heart of it, Jay and John and the leadership team and the operations team and Vivage as a whole and all of the communities are in it for the right reasons.
Vivage is built on a foundation of caring.
I don't think anybody joined long-term care to get rich.
We believe in mission really before profitability and everything else.
I don't think anybody joined long-term care because they thought that they would solve all the world's problems.
As a company, we have a pretty high belief system.
But we have this opportunity collectively to work in one of the most important fields of caring for our state's most vulnerable.
We have an amazing organization that we get to work with.
To be such a big organization, but yet still have ways to focus on me individually. My husband actually is a man of few words, and he often says to me, you know, Vivage really is part of our family. And I don't want to get emotional about this, but I lost a child not too long ago. And they took the time to send flowers to my husband and I.
That's part of the engagement, just caring about the people we work with.
I have never had a boss tell me, I need you to go spend more time with your family.
It's a community. It's not just Jay, John. It's not just the administrator and the DON at the building. Everybody rallies around this person, and that's what the true meaning of community is.
It's the personalized investment in employees. And like I said, during hard times, they come through.
If you work for any other company, you're just not going to get treated the same way that Vivage treats its employees.